learning how to flip the switch literally so you can feel better. And what we're talking about when we're saying flip the switch, we're talking about epigenetic signaling. That's a big bunch of words, but basically it means you're turning on genes that code for optimal health and vitality. Why do we need to turn on these genes? Well, we're being hijacked daily by our food, our water, environment, heavy metals, pesticides, stress, toxic, relationships, everything, overstimulation, EMFs, blue light, all of these things affect our mood and our ability to deal with life in general. So, what do we do about that? Did you know that there are actually over 85,000 chemicals that have been introduced since the Industrial Revolution? That's an enormous burden on our bodies, and we can eliminate those through respiration, perspiration, lacrimation, urination, defecation, right? But in this century, we're being overwhelmed. Our ability to eliminate these toxins is overwhelming our own God-given enzymes, and this is dimming our lights. So what does dimming the lights feel like? Well, decreased immune system, you're more susceptible to getting every cold that goes around, brain fog, sluggishness, bad mood, lack of motivation, stress. All of these things really contribute to a decreased quality of life. And how many of us are fatigued? That's the number one reason people go to see their doctor today. It's a terrible, terrible thing. It's why I went to see my doctor years ago. What is really happening is a phenomenon called oxidative stress. We're losing our mitochondrial function and number, and sirtuin activity is plummeting. That's just the tip of the iceberg. So what does that mean? Well, we've found a way that our genes actually contain incredible abilities to keep our bodies healthy by addressing all of those things. And we can actually flip those switches. Now, if you could, would you? Well, I certainly did. I'm glad I found out about it. What is oxidative stress? Well, it's the body's, so oxidation is basically rusting. It's what happens when you take a bite out of an apple. The flesh turns brown because of oxidation. Oxygen interacts with the delicate tissue in the apple and turns it brown. And our body's ability to counteract that with antioxidants slows down over time. When you're young, you can run around all day and over again, and you're just not tired. You don't get stressed. You don't need to take a nap. You don't get overwhelmed. But as we get older, our ability to repair the damage of oxidation goes down. And the reason it goes down is there's a switch inside our body that basically gets turned off, like a dimmer switch. And that is the NRF2 activation. NRF2 is a protein that codes for antioxidant enzymes, antioxidant molecules, that turns that switch back on so your body can fight back and reduce oxidative stress. It's 5 herbs that have been used for centuries in human health. It's only $50 a month. It's the best $50 I've ever spent. I was spending hundreds of dollars before then, not addressing oxidative stress. When you take Protandim NRF2 Synergizer, your oxidative stress literally is lowered by almost half, 40% in just 30 days. That is huge. And Washington State University actually did a meta-analysis of all the literature on NRF2 activation, and they declared it's the most important health promoting approach in the foreseeable future and may actually be the most extraordinary breakthrough in the history of health. Okay, so when we get older, as I said, antioxidant production just goes down as we get older. That's why we get all kinds of isms, osisus, when we get older. But if you can take a NRF2 activator, Protandim NRF2 Synergizer every day, your antioxidant production stays at the level it was when you were a healthy 20-year-old. Now that sounds good to me. What does science say? Well, if you actually look on PubMed, which is the National Institutes of Health, part of the National Library of Medicine, it's the repository of peer-reviewed published studies, published literature. You see all these studies, they're all done on our flagship product, and they're by major medical schools and institutions. Ohio State, American Heart Association, University of Colorado, Harvard, Virginia Commonwealth, you name it. It is a big deal. And we actually have 26 studies on PubMed on our branded product. So then we didn't stop there. That's huge. That's actually game changing. That's a big deal. But we then began to look at the switches for mitochondrial health, because when you have oxidative stress, it damages all of your cells and it damages the organelles inside each of our cells that provide the energy for our cells. And as we get older, that oxidative stress damages the mitochondria. They start to get fewer in number and less efficient, starting to produce more pollution, more free radicals, and less energy. No bueno, right? So our bodies are not as able to function, to sleep, to think, to digest, to pump blood, to do whatever the cells are supposed to do. They are not doing it as well because our mitochondria number and function begins to decline. There's a switch for that. NRF1 is a pathway that is responsible for mitochondrial biogenesis. And again, 5 all natural ingredients, grape extract, things that I was taking anyway, but they are synergistically combined in this NRF1 synergizer to actually flip the switch so that we can make more new healthy mitochondria. That is what we need to help our bodies detoxify, to help our cells perform the work that they are meant to perform. And when you take NRF1, you're actually producing 70% more of the genes that are the master regulator of your mitochondrial biogenesis. Now, the third pathway that begins to decline as we get older is something called the sirtuin pathway. And sirtuins are the body's CEO. They're the proteins that tell all the other enzymes and proteins where to go and what to do, to degunk, to take out the trash, to repair DNA damage, to protect bad genes from being expressed. And if we add the NAD synergizer, which is again 4 natural compounds, wasabi, olive leaf extract, the NAD synergizer increases our sirtuin activity and our NAD production, which is necessary for those sirtuin proteins to work, by 100% in just 24 hours. What does that translate to? Well, it translates into you feeling energized, in a good mood, focused, able to recover much faster, endurance. And if you flip all 3 switches at the same time, oh my goodness. Okay, oh my goodness. Because now your sirtuin proteins, your NAD is working, your mitochondria are humming, you've got less oxidative stress. And each of these activators works beautifully by themselves, as you can see by the gray bar. They increase the production of the genes for NRF2, the genes for NRF1, and the genes for NAD synthesis and recycling significantly. But when you combine them in the Tri-Synergizer, again, here's the amount they do by themselves, but you add all 3 together and they synergistically, massively synergize. So it's 838% versus 50%. It's absolutely game changing. So are you ready to flip your switch to support your mood, your motivation, healthy longevity, mental focus and concentration, physical and mental energy, and healthy inflammatory response? Well, I'm so glad I did help support a healthy vascular system. The Tri-Synergizer is absolutely game changing. I love that it comes in these little packets. I just pop them, keep them in my purse, keep them in my car, keep them in my gym bag, my desk drawer, wherever, because I never want to be without them. The company actually has a whole array of biohacking products. The Vitality Stack is the NRF2 and NRF1 synergizer, as well as a healthy, clean omega, non-oxidized omegas, probiotics. Liquid Brain Food is our Axio, absolutely phenomenal mood food for nootropic optimization of brain function, healthy gut microbiome, weight management, skincare out of this world. Never been a skincare person, but NRF2 for the skin, game changer. And they did the same thing for our scalp and our hair, as well as our dogs. So what I love is when I started taking these products, I couldn't shut up about it. I couldn't stop talking about it. And what I found is that I have a company that's publicly traded. It's 11 years old, debt-free, massively beautiful board of directors from previous executives of Coca-Cola, Airbnb, Amazon, Johnson, and the Erin Brockovich of the movie, played by Julia Roberts, is on our board of directors. She's an awesome advocate for, healthy living and consumer protection, and she's on our board of directors. Now, never in history have people been more concerned with their health. We have seen an increase of 60% in terms of health and wellness sales in the last 8 years. You can see wellness sales have increased almost 36% in just since 2010. And other other industries are starting to go down, actually. We've got a $300 billion anti-aging industry, $121 billion skincare, 85 billion hair care industry, 67 billion pet care, 50 billion energy and brain activation, and 37 billion in weight loss. We have the perfect model of working from home or anywhere, a virtual office, no minimums, no assets, no inventory, low cost of entry. We're just socially sharing. You have your own personal online store that you don't have to build. You don't have to do anything. It's instantly there. You get daily pay, travel. Oh my goodness, we're going to Maui in December. If the world opens up in December, hopefully it will. And what I love is we're publicly traded, so we haven't, we have to disclose what people make. And you can see even at the lowest of the ranks, if you're not the lowest of the ranks, but very low early on, you can make up to an average monthly income of $626 a month. And up to, obviously some people just get to Pro 3 because of, I don't know how, but they don't make as much money. But most of the average people make $626 a month at Pro 3. At the mid rank of Pro 5, the average distributor makes $3,107. And of course, the elites make, doctor money, lawyer money, CEO money. There's many ways you can get started. You can get started with just a $50 start pack and whatever products you want to pick a la carte at the regular price. You can get started with any of our packs and save between 31% and 35% on the products. I always say the silver pack has some of the products, the gold pack has about half the products, and the platinum pack has all of the products. What most people wonder is, can I do this? I mean, sounds good, right? Can I do this? I wonder the same thing. I'm a busy physician. I'm married to a doctor. I have 2 kids. I'm, managing partner of a 140,000 square foot health and wellness facility. I was managing partner of real estate, private practice, all of this stuff, athletics. I was busy, but guess what I found? I had global support, an easy to follow system, ITT, invite to a tool in the team. It's so simple. Paid by numbers almost. There's regular trainings, corporate events, incentives and perk, and a private support community that's beyond phenomenal. So what I love is that there's so many things that are happening in LifeVantage right now. It's got the best places to work 3 years in a row. We've launched in Ireland and Europe. Erin Brockovich, as I said, is on our board of directors. We've been honored as the Stevie Award winner 7 times in the most recent Stevies, but also for the Hair Care Silver Award, for the Vitality Stack Bronze Award. We were added to the Russell 3000 Index of publicly traded companies. We're open for business in New Zealand, which I love New Zealand. I went there last year. Free shipping on all subscriptions. We rang the corporate bell. We rang the bell for the NASDAQ this year. And, that's our sign in Times Square. How about that? And we're a Jersey front sponsor of the Real Salt Lake International Soccer, American soccer team, but they've been in the World Cup. They do very, very well. We're open in all of these countries and more. It's absolutely been phenomenal. We build houses for underserved families in Mexico, families helping families. These all are homes built by our company, our people. We go there every year in December and we build homes. And right now you're looking at this information. You're seeing, products that you need in your body yesterday. Products that you can think of at least 10 people who actually need to lower oxidative stress and improve mitochondrial function, all of this. And you're thinking of people that right now need another source of income. Maybe it's you. But either way, you either need more information, you're ready to become a customer without a website, or you're ready to become a customer who happens to have a website, which is also known as a distributor. There's no obligation to sell, stock, store, or ship anything as a distributor. You join the team. It's the $50 one time for your start kit, and then whatever products you want, whether it's regular price products or discount products in a pack, and you're on your way. You don't have to do anything. There's no obligation. You just use the products and share as it feels right. Invite people to join our group, and maybe they want to buy, maybe they don't. But if they do want to buy, you get 40% commission or 30%, depending on, and there's 30 or 40%. If you're interested in knowing how to get the maximally paid, I'm happy to share that with you, or you can ask the person who invited you to share it with you. But 30 to 40% commission. And and then royalty commission every month for product repurchases. It's been an absolute blast. I've absolutely loved sharing these products with everyone, and I've enjoyed sharing a little bit of my story, the company story, and how you can actually bring another income stream into your household with you. If you have any questions, please feel free to message me and let me know the person who invited you to this group. And I hope you have a beautiful evening, and look forward to seeing you in the team group and hearing your story of activation. Take care. Bye-bye.